Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. So we are going to be getting messages from Baphomet today, or like I like to call him Baph. Okay, we're going to be focusing on shadow work. Just a little disclaimer, you can channel or process this message however you choose to, whether you want to channel it as Lucifer, Baphomet, or an entirely different entity of the devil, okay? But today, specifically for this video, Baph is coming through, okay, as a separate entity. So I love and appreciate you. Please subscribe, like, and comment. So we have pole 1, pole 2, and pole 3. The cards will be on the thumbnail, so they are a little bit clearer. Pole 1, you are the Queen of Wands, okay? So let's go ahead and see what Baph would like to tell you. So I am hearing your mask of truth is coming to light, okay? There is a very big focus around duality for you, particularly where your identity is concerned. Now, I feel like you are completely channeling or moving into, a new phase of your identity. And a part of this identity shows you that it is okay to have your own opinion. It is okay to be yourself completely without judgment, without the need of dictatorship, without the need to possess the right energy. You are moving into a very, very strong version of yourself. And especially with this Queen of Wands energy, it's giving like you are about to become very strong in your persona, in your even public perception as well. I feel like the Queen of Wands, she's great in the public eye, or I personally feel like she has a good time being herself in front of other people. At least you have a very beautiful personality that deserves to not only come out but to cultivate in everything that you are going to create moving forwards. And I feel like your shadow work at this time is really evolving around becoming this beautiful manifestation. You are a goddess. I see Leo energy specifically, maybe Aries, Leo, Sag, but I feel like it's even Sagittarius energy right now. It's like this real strength. It is this like goddess energy or godlike energy purging out of you, and it's soaring. You're about to be very favored, Baph is saying, okay? He is saying that you are about to become very in tune with yourself. Now, I do feel like he's bringing to light how we are showing up for ourselves, for one, but how you also choose to see yourself. 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like there has been this almost even like, I'm hearing culture difference, which is crazy. So maybe like you have trouble with other people's belief systems, or not that you care about their belief systems, but it's like you have never really felt safe to share your own, but it's like everyone else gets to share theirs. So it's almost like you're learning this beautiful truth. You've always been quite guarded when it comes to other people because you haven't been able to trust them. And it's like you're in this beautiful garden, but it's like all you see is like unfinished soil and weeds growing. You don't see this version of you even. And you are really morphing into a better version of yourself. And one of the things that feels a bit uncomfortable, I'm not going to lie, that is coming up is maybe around either your self-image or your body or your habits. There is something within you that is breaking, and he is saying it is safe for you now to be able to express yourself. And in my environment, I just heard like a baby almost like yell, right? Or like try to speak up. And what he was showing me then was, you know how like babies, they learn to speak and they learn to express themselves. You're almost going through this beautiful period of being so hidden for a very long time and so inadequate in your energy. And you're finally going to allow yourself to come to the surface, to be able to show people who you are, but most importantly, to show yourself. And I feel like there may be a bit of ego surrounding this, or what I just felt then, honestly, was a lot of different people projecting onto you, or maybe trying to now mirror this energy of you not feeling safe. But it is going to bring out this more aligned version of you, I swear. Look, I'm just looking at my deck, Six of Wands. Is this Queen of Cups or Page of Cups? Page of Cups. Okay. So it's like there is this refresh or rebirth of you being able to recognize yourself and to be recognized for your gifts and talents. He is saying you have so many gifts and talents, and you have this real strength and ability to take charge of your life, but because of all that you've been through, you haven't been able to do that. So there is a challenge. He is setting you a challenge, is what I'm hearing, to start allowing your body or your personality to start to feel safe with morphing into this new version of yourself. And almost with the Page of Cups, it's giving me like childlike energy. This childlike energy to start expressing yourself and to start being even vulnerable with what it is that you know you can create. It's not even about releasing anymore, he is saying. It's more about, I can eat healthily. I can embrace myself. I do have the courage to step out and talk to people. You know what I mean? It's not just about releasing now. It is about paving a new way. So even if you feel trapped in a garden that doesn't serve you, well, honey, it is time for either you to leave the garden and find somewhere that makes you feel safe, but also it's okay for you to just be without conditions, without your environment having to be perfect. And he is honoring this energy of like, what he's saying to me is a lot of people, and you may not realize this either because you don't either talk to a lot of people. Some of you are extroverted actually, but again, this hidden and guarded energy, whether it's around your feelings, is prominent. But he's saying, again, I don't know if it's you don't talk to people, or you just find like your perception is like, oh, people are not going through this, like no one understands. But he's saying people actually, like even his own followers and devotees, not everyone heals as quickly as you do. Not everyone can break free like you. So honor this strength that you have. And it's a specific skill, he is saying. It's a skill to break free very quickly or heal from things very quickly. You're good at adapting. You're good at creating. Even when you have a creative block, I'm seeing someone pick up a pencil and just be able to draw. And it's like even like a scribble could turn into this world of art. You have this ability to co-create, to alchemize from your pain. And not a lot of people can do this well. You can. And he's saying maybe the environment right now is going to mirror as well you feeling like, well, the energy is not good for me to speak up. The energy is in Mercury retrograde. I had this energy earlier. I was like second guessing some plans because I forgot we have another Mercury retrograde. But it's almost as if like the message is coming through now for you, where it's like, who gives a fuck if it's Mercury retrograde? If you feel like you need to move and it is the time for you to move, honey, move. Who gives a fuck if everyone else is in hermit mode? And I said this before, like even myself, take it from me, there are times when everyone is in like hermit mode or it is Mercury retrograde that I have had the most powerful breakthroughs and creations during that time, not only because I took the energy to self-reflect, but because I moved when I felt right. And he wants you to start moving when it feels right for you. You don't have to rush. You don't have to take your time either. You are able and safe for you to succeed in spaces because this is you. He wants you to get into your head. This is you. This is how you cultivate. Who gives a fuck if that person needs to like have a year off before they can really move and do something? You're the opposite maybe. So whatever your little special talents are or the way that you usually move, don't second guess yourself. He wants you to break free, because you know what? This is how you're going to be recognized. This is how you're going to break free. This is how you're going to be fucking successful. By doing things other people are scared to do. You are not scared to face yourself, Pile 1. You will do it. And even if you don't want to do it and it's difficult, guess what? I'm going to find the healing answer anyway. I am going to trust. Maybe the world right now, I feel like it's coming up because you're going to see this at a specific time. I feel like people are going to be mirroring like complete opposite energy to you a bit. And it's going to make you feel unfamiliar. But he wants you to alchemize that energy, because this is who you are. It is your birthright to stand out. So trust what your intuition is saying. Trust who you are becoming, because your identity is not based on one thing. It is not based on everyone else either. You came into this world thriving, is what he is saying. You came into this world with a mission to achieve, and so you will. I love and appreciate you, Pile 1. I hope that was helpful. Pile 2, you are the devil. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is for you. Wow. I'm not going to lie. There is some very powerful energy coming in for you. So I felt my sacral here. And I don't know if you're feeling anxious, or there is just a lot that you're processing when it comes to a lot of unhealed feelings. I see the fetus energy, okay? There is something around that, the fetus. I also see fear-mongering around religion, maybe pertaining to Baphomet or the devil as well coming up. And what, honestly, I'm gonna honor what I'm seeing, because he's showing me this. I haven't really tapped into the energy fully, so we're gonna just ride this wave. But I'm seeing this energy of Lucifer being born, or like the Baphomet being born. Like, you know, in horror films when they make it like, oh, like that person is marked with the number of 666. The devil is born, the devil child. I don't know why that's coming through. So I don't know if maybe, because if we're thinking of your sacral, your womb, maybe it's your feminine energy, or maybe it's your identity. But I don't know if there has been this real push from other people for you to believe what they are believing, or you've always been made out to be the devil child. Okay, it's funny because I felt like I saw angels then. So he wants me to honor this like Lucifer fallen angel archetype, but I'm also seeing like the fallen angel on top of the world. This is giving me like the top of the world. I am also seeing Mars energy, and I feel like even the energy of fear right now, there is a lot of anxiety that is like really building up within you. Let's take a look. So I feel like there is a lot of mirroring happening around either people that are mirroring some toxicity, or this almost parasite that is within you. And it is not only feasted on your lineage, but he's bringing it up as like, there is something major you're going to release. That is what I'm getting for right now. I'm going to have to take a look. The moon is significant. I just saw the moon there as well. The moon is significant for you. Someone's hidden intentions are coming to light as well. I'm hearing like projectile vomiting. Pole 2, are we okay? What is going on? Let's take a look. What are the messages here? Right. So he's saying you've been stuck in this cycle of oppression. Okay, 6 of Pentacles in reverse. You've been stuck in a lot of what feels like unlucky energy. Okay, maybe that's why 666 is coming through. I personally love the number 666. Not everyone will. To me, that is like real empowerment, but it can also signify a lot of, you know, this attachment that we are releasing. Some of you life path number 6. I'm also a life path number 6. And trust me, the energy is fucking karmic, okay? So maybe you've really been releasing a lot of this karmic debt, or you found yourself in debt, you found yourself really taken from. And I feel like you there is almost this wound in your life that makes you feel unlucky. You feel unlucky, and in some ways, whether it's a projection from other people or just symbolism, he's saying you're almost like the fallen angel. You're almost giving this devil archetype. You're giving the real, like, a Baphomet feel of, like, oh, everything's gone wrong in my life. Things haven't worked out. Like, I just feel so plagued by indecision. Things are never working out for me. It's so hard for me to reach any sort of environment that gives to me just once. I just want something to give to me just once. And I feel like he wants to break this cycle for you. He wants you to not see your life as so, wow. You guys, I can't with the symbolism for you. Now, the Ten of Wands signifies death, endings of cycles. It can symbolize a lot of betrayal as well. But when it's in reverse, it can signify a new beginning. And this energy of hardship that you have gone through in your life is about to come to an end. You're about to have a new beginning and a new start. And this is why he is saying this. He's saying you have felt like this devil your whole life. It is a projection. It is a wound. It is an oppression. It is all of the above. But you have, like, constantly been ripped through life. And he is saying it is going to start to clear. There is a chance for a new beginning. But he wants you to realize you did not go through this oppression because you are unloved, or because you are unlucky, or because you are this devil archetype. Okay? You are an angel. Okay? On this channel, guided by angels, we are all angels, no matter what spectrum we sit on. But I feel like he wants you to use his energy and the archetype if it makes you feel safer. That had the devil have not fallen, and by the way, I don't also 1000% go off the Bible or anything like that. I just like to see the energy of the devil in symbolism, but he wants you to use that almost symbolism of the fallen angel became a king. The fallen angel still ruled over hell. And instead of seeing everything that you don't have in lack, he wants you to see it as your rebirth, as your rise, because you are in fact going to rise. And you've lost a lot of people is what I'm hearing. 10 of Cups in reverse. Maybe you were betrayed by a relationship, or you lost relationships, people who put you in crisis mode. And it took you a lot of time, is what he's saying, to free yourself from this oppression of unhappiness, but you are doing so. And by shedding light on these feelings, you can alchemize from it. He wants you to start learning more about alchemy and about rising into your power and really challenging beliefs around what you've experienced to what you can become. Does that make sense? It's almost like, instead of just like seeing your journey as that, like shit, and don't get me wrong, let's call a duck a duck. If your life has been shit and unfair, then you're valid in that. But he wants you to also see it as, no, like, this is not just my story. I'm not just going to be limited in spaces. I'm going to thrive even if I'm standing in hell doing it. Okay, honey? You are going to free yourself. And do not let anyone tell you that you cannot become more than your addiction. Some of you, your addiction could be in a physical addiction as well, that has really like put you on a bad path as well. Maybe like financial debt or gambling, or even like, I don't know if I can say the word on here, but like sweets, okay, if you know what I mean. Alcohol consumption, whatever it is, even if it's just deep depression, you can absolutely rise from this situation. But he wants you to stop overgiving to this paranoia or this anxiety, okay, that you cannot move forwards. Do not get overwhelmed with how life is going to change for you. Instead, start to make the changes. Instead, start to look at where you can create new freedom within yourself, within your circumstances. And it's difficult, but this is why we have shadow work. Your shadow work is really about you learning to see yourself and environment as more than what it is. I don't feel like I have much to say, okay, because I also feel this energy of not overworking. Don't overwork or overthink the situation. Allow yourself to purge. You are becoming a new person. Four of Swords. It's time to really spend some time appreciating the Tower moment rather than trying to stop it. You can't stop a Tower moment. Allow things to come crumbling down. Allow these feelings to purge out of you, because that is how we pave new waves forward. That is how we cultivate new energy. And even if you've ended up in a bad situation, or a career situation, a love situation that has taken from you, those feelings that you feel, that utter and deep ending, is how you are going to be able to change it. And what is it called? Is it called The Last Airbender? I'm not too sure. You know what? I'm not even tapped into that energy. But I'm seeing like when he moves like the air or the water. I don't even know. But I'm seeing that energy. It's like you're cultivating and you're moving energy around you to be able to create something new. What is going to come crumbling down is going to come crumbling down. But you will be left with better empires. I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful. Okay, pole 3. You are the 2 of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and take a look at what messages Baph has for you. So I am being shown internalized struggle. Okay, you do not need to be carrying any sort of illusion or burden that is not yours to carry, okay? 7 of Cups and the Magician. It almost feels like you have this great power, but you're learning how to use it. I even feel with this energy, like this is giving me strong goddess energy as well. So not only does Baph see you as a true god or goddess within you, you are the universe, of course, but I also even feel like Goddess Kali coming through. I see like strong like energy of women. I actually see like even Medusa coming through a little bit. But I feel as though, right, there is this need to not get wrapped up in illusions right now. Now, whenever you see this, I don't know when you will, this will be timeless, but there is an energy of illusion in my current timeline right now, which may also resonate when you're at your current timeline. But I feel as though it is important that you're putting your energy towards yourself at this time, grounding in your knowledge, in your empowerment, in yourself, and not getting wrapped up with every little detail, with the money that you know is going to come in, but it hasn't right now, with the options or the talk. There is a lot of people right now expressing their opinion in my current timeline, and it's been a lot, like especially when these opinions aren't centered around truth, or they're very emotional at this time. There is a lot of people even around you that is going through a lot of these emotional purges, but it's also creating a lot of delusion within them. It's giving like, I know my truth, but it's like not the right time to act on it, he's saying. Okay? So I feel like it's not so much shadow work for you, but it is about understanding that you are not responsible for the world. You are not responsible for how your spiritual finances and abundance are going to flow. It is not your responsibility to find the right option. It will come towards you. Now, don't get me wrong, in life we have to take action sometimes, but one thing I've learned recently is that just because another person's view on how to live life doesn't fit yours doesn't mean that you need to now fit your life into that persona. okay? You are learning to rise in your power for you. Your routines, your way of learning. That doesn't mean that you're egoic or that you should keep a very closed-minded perspective. But right now, do not get caught up in things that you don't need to be caught up in. Because I feel, pile 3, you're actually on the right path. You're on the right path and you're very close to receiving manifestations. But if you start doing too much, the only thing that is going to happen is you're going to burn yourself out, or then you're going to start to overthink. It is not your responsibility to carry anything at this point in time. He doesn't want you to attach your worth to things, to possessions, to opinions, to options. He wants you to get into the rhythm of trusting your own self. And personally, for me, how I have a lot of breakthroughs is by trusting myself. The more I chase something, the more it doesn't work out for me. But when I actually allow the energy and listen to the energy, it creates patience and it allows better cultivation of what I want. Your feet are significant, okay? And there may be a lot of goddesses that are talking about feet right now, or you may be dropping a lot of things on the ground. That is because you need to not do too much. That is a sign that you need to ground, or you need to kind of create balance within yourself, okay? Without carrying everything. You need to slow down. You need to allow yourself to be in your truth and your authentic power. Because I see your feet like wobbling on the ground, and it's almost like, you know what is coming up? He's saying, I don't know if you guys go to the gym or you lift at the gym, because this is coming through as a very weird message, but Baph is almost saying, like, you know, when you lift weights, you can't just go ahead and lift the heaviest weight in the gym. Why? Because you're going to strain yourself. You could pull a muscle. You could injure you. You may not even be able to lift that heavy. You know, it's like danger all around. But you know how, like, you gradually go up in weight and it's like, okay, today I'm going to pull this much. But like maybe in 2 weeks' time, I'll have the right power to be able to pull on what it is that I want. He is saying you almost need to treat your journey right now as that. Don't be going and picking up the heaviest weight, trying to do everything at once when you are not ready to rise yet. Because when you are ready to talk about something, when you're ready to show up, it is going to feel so much more connected when you give yourself that space and time to just flow. Instead of having everything worked out, instead of trying to search for the thing that feels right, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is allow it to come to you. And when you start to set that intention, the right messages flow to me, you'll have a lot better of a time. Dancing could really help you as well, because I do see you learning a new skill, he is saying. But again, you're in this learning energy. The magician knows his tools, okay? And you need to start working on either something that you want to learn or putting your time and energy into the right things so you can shoot a lot stronger. Now I'm seeing basketball, so I don't know if someone here likes sports, okay? But I'm almost seeing it's like you're gonna flow at the right time. You're gonna like be able to execute your manifestation or show up for your project or have a conversation with someone in a much better way. But when you're running on like low fuel and you're trying to just like, I'm going to get it together, I know best. No, I want to do this. This is how I feel. You are going to not be able to aim the way that you want. So it's about patience right now. It is about patience. It is about aligned action. And a lot of people talk about taking action, but aligned action is completely different. Aligned action is knowing when to move, knowing when to shoot, knowing when it's time without getting caught up with emotions or loss or illusions of other people. Everyone else may be moving and chatting and doing all this. But what is your energy saying? When you trust your energy, I'm telling you, you are going to have the vision, the idea. You're going to be able to feel so much more stronger within yourself. And it's almost like a bit of a war happening here. Now, what is coming through as well, he is saying, maybe there is a bit of conflict with someone here. This feels like a feminine energy. This feels like someone with a lot of opinions, whether it's one person or it's like this collective buildup of energy pushing towards you. I almost just feel like instead of like getting caught up trying to justify your side of the story or how you are going to show up, just be silent, be observing, be silent, and allow the right energy to happen. I'm almost seeing the scales of karma as well. Okay, so let me get one more message for you. And I feel like we are done for you, pile 3. Yeah, you are going to be in a better position, okay? Right now, things feel a bit restless for you, or things just feel like they're not working out in the best way, but they will do. You just need to trust right now. You are the Empress. All you need to do right now is show up in your authentic energy. Now, I do feel like there is an energy coming through, which he is saying, like, people are going to try and pull you down off your throne as well. This could be some spiritual interference with people. It may affect you personally or indirectly. But remember the energy that you hold. And when you're faced in a situation, because I feel like this is going to be coming up for you, if it's like a face-off with a person, again, instead of like trying to load the barrel, he wants you to just, in your mind, envision the Empress or the Queen of Swords, even the Magician, and just like almost smile at your enemy and be like, okay, that is your truth. Say what you need to. That is what the world, what is happening in the world right now. Let these leaders and these people think that they are winning. But in your mind, you're the Empress. There is always tables to be turned. I love and appreciate you. I hope that was helpful.